If that don't bring a smile to your face, something's wrong with you.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering Adventures. What we're looking at right here is a 1980 Honda CT70, the Mini Trail. And I recently acquired this thing through a whole bunch of work here. Someone who I knew, a friend of a friend. I worked on some little motorcycles for her, a Yamaha TTR 50 and a KLX 110, maybe 2 years ago, maybe more. I don't know. Time flies when you're having fun. And she contacted me saying she was moving to Texas and didn't want to take the bikes with her. Could I come take a look at them and make her an offer? So I did. I made her an offer on both bikes. Got them running. I didn't make a video on it. I'm sorry. But my friend Luke, who was in the KTM 350 video there, he's been wanting to learn how to work on motorcycles, so I let him do the carburetor rebuilds and go through the bikes, and we got them running. And I got a really decent deal on them, not a steal, but pretty good deal. And long story short, I gave the TTR 50 to a friend of mine who has a young son, and I traded another friend of mine the KLX 110 for this CT70. So sorry for the long story, but let's take a look at the Honda 70. These little Honda Mini Trails have been around for a long time. I don't know, maybe early 70s, late 60s. And they built them up until like 1982, and I think they re-released them in the 90s. I don't have all that information exactly correct, but maybe someone in the comments will tell me some stories about a little Honda Mini Trail 70 they had in their childhood or their adulthood. These things are super popular with the big boys these days to relive their youth, and I just like having a small bike around, so that's why I made the trade. I think we did okay. Maybe my buddy got the better end of the deal because this thing is not as nice as I remember it. He picked it up, brought it over here maybe the day that he bought it, and we got it kind of running and rode it up and down the driveway, but then he let it sit outside for a couple of years, and front fork tubes are rusty. That's not good. Something's not correct with the speedometer, but it's all here for the most part. I don't think much is missing. Turn signals are missing. I disconnected the speedometer because just rolling it back and forth, the needle was spinning around and around, and when you rolled it rolled backwards. But I do know that it did run. It has really good compression. I ordered a couple parts for it. There's not an air filter in there right now, and there's no battery. But my friend did give me a carburetor kit. So while I'm waiting on the parts to show up, let's get this carburetor out. So it looks like the air box is held in with a bolt here, and probably a bolt here, the clamp, 2 bolts for the carburetor to remove right there, and the fuel lines. Tank is dry, and that should just unscrew. You do that, right? Meow. But I'll get everything else disconnected, get this thing off, and I'll show you how simple this carburetor is. This carburetor looks like it hasn't even been messed with. I see the air mixture screw or fuel mixture screw, whatever it may be. Let's see, that's towards the front of the carburetor, so that should be the fuel mixture. I forget. I'm just a YouTube guy. I'm not an expert on everything. But anyway, it still has a little cap on it, so that hasn't even been messed with. And the screws don't even look like they've been tampered with much, if at all. This bike says it has 3,000 miles on it, but we'll take these 2 float bowl screws out and we'll take a peek, come on now, focus, at what it looks like on the inside. Doesn't look terrible. Yes, we've seen a lot worse here. So we will clean this all up. I'll go ahead and remove, oh, let's see here. How does this pilot jet come out? I'll have to take a peek. That one might just be pressed in. And we'll take the main jet out. The emulsion tube. We'll pull the float out here. And the needle. There we go. But, I mean, overall, this thing doesn't look terrible at all. I'll get cleaning it up. I'll take a peek at that, see if that's easy enough to remove so we can adjust that. Maybe I'll take apart the fuel selector, the petcock, and clean that up as well. I'm surprised it doesn't have a sediment bowl on the bottom of it, but there's probably a screen inside of there. Pretty simple carburetor. The pilot jet did just pull out of there. And yeah, it cleaned up pretty good. I've got the carb kit here, so I'm going to start taking a peek at what comes in here, what doesn't, and replace everything that I can. And we'll go from there. It looks like it probably has a main jet, but not the emulsion tube, so I'll have to clean that up. Clean carburetor is reinstalled. I found some grips laying around here and installed them. This thing isn't quite, I guess it just needs probably a little bit more lube in the throttle cable here. I lubricated it a little bit, but I'll keep lubing that up, put new grip on this side. So as much as I want to start this thing and ride it right meow. That's the second time I've said that. I gotta stop that. Yeah, I should wait for the battery. Running these without the battery is kind of bad for the electronics, and I don't know, maybe they're already fried, who knows. There's something we gotta look at. I don't know why that thing is taped on there, but anyway, we're gonna try to just get it running for this this episode. Maybe do a little bit of cleaning. Yeah, I'm gonna clean that seat up. It's disgusting me right now. Parts arrived today. Got the battery, fill it up with acid, let it sit here. I don't know how the heck you're supposed to charge this thing. I could probably make some kind of an adapter, but I hooked up the meter. We got 6 point something volts out of there, so that should be good. I lubed up the air filter with some air filter oil, so I'm going to install these parts, and we have got everything else should be ready here for now. I found out that the key switch wasn't hooked up to anything, so I did some kamikaze wiring inside of here, hooked that thing up, kind of fixed the headlight a little bit. This is obviously not the correct headlight. It's not fitting right, but it's better. And I did order a new front brake switch. That's broken, but we should be all right. So let me get the battery installed, the air filter installed. I got 5.5 gallons of fuel, which we'll probably need about 2 ounces for this thing. Doesn't take much. And we'll try to start it. Got the fuel, battery, air filter. I've already checked for spark. Let's give her a go. Choke is on. Key is on. No lights anywhere. Sounds okay. Alright, we're running with no choke. I adjusted the idle. I got no tail light, no headlight, No neutral light, no horn, no nothing. Who knows? That's going to have to be addressed. Okay, I'm going to let it warm up for a little bit, and I'll adjust this mixture screw and we'll see what happens. Seems to run pretty decent. Let's see how she rides. Let's see. Oh, I think it's 3 up, I believe. There's first gear. All right. One-handed. Brakes are fair. I disconnected the speedometer cable, remember? Back brake works. Second gear. There's third gear. That's all she's got, third gear. I mean, I'm not wide open, obviously. Second. First. Thing near stops you. All right, let me turn this thing around. Well, the little Honda's done pretty much everything I've asked of it at this point. It starts, it goes through the gears. We got to figure out the electrical system, whether all the bulbs are burned out. I don't know. Maybe there's just something disconnected. I haven't dug into the electrical system all that much. There's not much to it, really. We got all kinds of janky connections in here. So we'll figure that out a little bit later. Yeah, I don't know what that even is right there. Fuse, diode, I don't know. But it was probably running without a battery, and that maybe burned out all the bulbs. Hard to say. But it runs okay. It did stall out on me during the test ride there. I did a little bit of hot laps in the yard over here, tore up some dirt, and stalled out on me a few times here as well. So I don't know if that's a fuel delivery issue. The tank looked really clean, but could be anything. This is just phase one. We're going to do some cleaning, beautification, some new tires, and that 70 cc is probably not enough for me. So we'll see what happens in the future on that. But for now, it starts, it runs. We can ride it around the neighborhood, terrorize the neighbors with it a little bit, and we'll go from there. Edit to the video here. It's actually after I finished it. I got the bulbs in and did a little bit of work on the electrical system, fixed this here. So now we have a tail light, brake light, neutral light. The headlight comes on once you start the bike, along with the light in the speedometer, which obviously doesn't work yet. And I got a front brake switch, which I believe works. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. And I got an exhaust gasket as well, because this thing sounded a little too loud. The exhaust was missing the gasket down there. I replaced it, but then once I looked closer, there is a crack, which you probably can't see on here. So I have to get this heat shield off and try to get that fixed. And I also noticed that we don't have a bushing in our shock down here. So I don't know if I'm going to replace the shocks or just replace the bushings if they're available. But that is the, after the video is done, edit that I'm putting before the end of the video. Sorry I don't have a Honda hat, but it is what it is. Little Hondas, vintage little Hondas are fun. If you are enjoying my content, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you are not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.